I met Jesus Christ, he was almost 10 years old. And he was helping his mother push a trolley full of all they owned. And because they couldn't find an inn they could get in, they were heading to the city and leaving Bethlehem. Couldn't you perform a miracle? I'm out of them, he said. I tried turning nothing into warmth, but it just made my mother cry. It just made my mother cry. Mary Magdalene has become a man, and tonight he's old, and she has been riding my tram. Now it's late and she's trying to sleep beneath a poster for a bank. Your dreams are important to us, as it bathes her face in gold. Come give us your natural gifts, we make wealth from toil. Come pretend for history's page that we're advancing Australia fair. Let's pretend that we're all advancing Australia fair. Back down the road I found the church we built on the black man's bones was empty, and out the front a sign read all but sold. A sign read all but sold. And we all owe so much money, but to whom we're not quite sure. So head down, we just keep running along our fading golden shores. So head down, we just keep running along our fading golden shores. Come give us your natural gifts, we make wealth from toil. Come pretend for history's page that we're advancing Australia fair. Let's pretend that we're all advancing Australia fair.
Okay. Evening, Doctor.
Hello, Michael.
So here we go. We're going to. Why don't you want to tell them about the documentary, and because we're actually risking losing all our Facebook pages and everything today, because we're going to play this documentary by Del Bigtree. What's it about, Paul?
Well, I was going to have the shorts queued up, but I think the vaccinated versus unvaccinated was always the lack of those studies was always a key element. It's sort of one of the main premises of, if not the main premise of Turtles All the Way Down. You know, if you don't have a safety study at the very core, where you're comparing placebo control, inert versus where you're looking at vaccinated versus unvaccinated populations, you really can't say, oh, it's unethical not to give it, because it's never been safety tested. If you don't have those two cohorts that you can follow over time, you can, it's the devil to prove, and that's why it was such a crime with the COVID vaccine trials, when they straight away went and gave the shots to the control arm of the only documented group. This was the study that was used to approve it. Anyway, getting back to this, so this study, Del Bigtree and Aaron Siri, they knew about Amish populations. They knew of the work of Dr. Paul Thomas. And Dr. Paul Thomas, we haven't had on the show, but I'd love to get him on. He's a pediatrician who just inherited in his practice a significant number of unvaccinated and under-vaccinated children. And he did a study together with James Lyons Wheeler, and the charts were just, chalk. It was really chalk and cheese. You could the two populations, and it was a good study. It showed much the same things as this Zervos study. So rewind. They went and explained this. They said settled the safety issue once and for all. They went to a big institution that has a large database, an electric medical record of all their kids and all their patients, and they could do a 10-year follow-up retrospectively and analyze the two groups of children. And he originally promised he would, Dr. Zervos would publish it regardless of the results, But then when he saw the results and kept checking and checking and checking and checking, going, no, this can't be. He was pro-vaccine. His whole hospital and his ethos was pro-vaccine, and it sort of did his head in. Anyway, I think the doco speaks for itself better than me. Right. So let's see if we can get it to play.
Okay, so before we start, we tried a few times and it wouldn't get sound. So here we go. Now I'll let you press play, Paul.
All right, let me. Fingers crossed.
Yep, here it goes.
Children struggling every day with ADHD?
Scott's allergies made it hard to keep up with his friends.
Allergic reactions from accidental food exposure.
Moderate to severe eczema.
Plaque psoriasis. Rheumatoid arthritis.
Food allergies.
Allergies.
Seizure.
Asthma.
Eczema.
IBS.
Lupus.
We are now the sickest country in the world.
The health of American children is in crisis.
A huge rise in chronic conditions in kids 17 and under.
More than 40% of American children now have at least one chronic health condition.
Autoimmune disease like rheumatoid arthritis, juvenile diabetes, lupus, Crohn's disease, all this IBS.
I had eczema, asthma, all put out. Allergies, stomach issues.
This is to me the one that gets me. Just a few decades ago, 1 in 10,000 children had autism. Today it's 1 in 31.
ADD, ADHD, speech-delayed language like tics, Tourette syndrome, narcolepsy, sleep disorders, ASD, autism.
But there's nowhere in the world that these kind of rapid increases in the incidence of disease could be genetic. Genetic change takes generations, centuries to play out.
What's really causing our kids of this generation to be so chronically sick?
What the heck is happening?
America is the sickest nation in the industrialized world. It is now believed that over 54% of our kids have a chronic disease, either a neurological disorder or an autoimmune disease. That's up from only 12.8% back in the 1980s. In roughly 40 years, we have seen the greatest decline in human health ever recorded. What if I told you there is a study that could shed light on this chronic disease epidemic, but no major medical institution seemed willing to do it? What if I told you there was one scientist brave enough to conduct this study?
How you doing, Mark? Good to see you. Yeah, nice to see you. Absolutely. Good.
What if I told you that when the study was finished, that scientist was too afraid to publish it? What would you do? Maybe you would do what I did. I got hidden cameras and recording equipment, and I went to ask him why.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
Cool.
Have you all dined with us before?
I want to show you a video.
Okay.
Curious of what your reaction to this.
Okay. Just hit play here.
Yeah. Go ahead and press play there.
What was the most shocking
thing? Because I mean, I know what I've seen.
No, I thought it was important. It's important information because of it did show a difference between the groups.
We have some serious issue.
I actually agree with that.
If I can't get the study out, then what hope is there for every kid in the future?
I don't want to say it's not the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do, but I just don't want to.
I mean, obviously, really emotional.
Sick. It's really sick.
Publishing something like that, might as well retire. I'd be finished.
So who was that guy?
Zervo's probably going to lose his job over this.
You know, I'm thinking before we get into the hidden cameras and the study and Dr. Zervos and all that, why don't we just take it all the way back to how this actually started? I've been a medical journalist for almost 20 years now. My first 10 years was at CBS, and the last 8 years or so, I've had my internet news show called The High Wire.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are.
But the biggest change in my career happened when I produced a documentary about vaccinations called Vaxxed. And at the center of that documentary was a whistleblower from the CDC named Dr. William Thompson. He came forward in 2015 and said that they were committing scientific fraud on the vaccine safety studies. Well, that film blew up and became a worldwide sensation, mostly because we got so much bad press, starting with being kicked out